Well, I got a letter today, not a letter, a request today, or a posting, or a discussion on our Facebook group from Kelly, who is wanted to ask me, has anyone had any luck with grants? I called my congressman's office, and they just called me back and told me there is nothing they can do to help me with grants. Well, that's going to happen, and I think, Kelly, what you need is a different tactic. In other words, that's great that they called you back. Okay. But see, I think asking for a grant is probably the worst thing to say when you're looking for a grant, particularly when you're calling government offices. And because whether it's an elected official or a government bureaucrat, see, they're all there to help you. And don't forget, everybody's busy and things like that. So if you're asking for something like a grant, they could think of 15 ways why they can't do this. One of the ways could be that, well, 80% of the government money that the government gives out for free is not even called grants. So they could say, no, we can't help with grants because that's we don't have, whatever. Or, when you say help for grants, that's sort of a broader term. They're not allowed to like apply for you or anything like that. So there's a lot of things that could go through their mind that gives them, justification to say no, because then they could get on with their day that they really wanted to get through today. So that's why I think the best thing to do, and after 40 years of doing this kind of work, is don't ask for grants, because there's too many ways that they could say no and justify not helping you. But if you call, and calling is the best way, because just think, if you emailed them, boy, you're going to get absolutely nothing. And so if you call, then they have to deal with you. And if you call and say grants, then they could get you out of the way quickly. If you call and said, hey, I need help, yeah, that's what you don't have to be clever. You don't have to be, suspicious or anything. You just want to be human and kind and ask for help. Okay, so you have a problem. I can't pay my bills. Whatever it is that you can. I'm going to be evicted. My child is this. I can't pay my debts, or whatever. So you need help. And sure, see, in your mind, okay, grants give free money. If I had a lot of free money, I could pay and solve all my problems. Well, it's a little more complicated than that. I mean, that's true. But to use those grants and to find those grants, you have to be a little more sophisticated, because there's so many layers between you and getting that grant. So you have to learn how to use all these layers that are there to help you. See, now the congressman gets paid to help you as a constituent. The government officials get paid to help you just because you live in America. Okay, so that's their obligation. So if you frame it in a way, and then plus you're human. See, remember, humans have a natural instinct that they want to help other humans, right? So you have to give them a chance to feel that good stuff that helps, that you feel when you're helping somebody else. So if somebody says, I need help, I mean, maybe a dog was on the street, and if the dog could call, oh, I just got hit and broke. I need an operation. Yeah, oh, I can't do an operation. I can't help you. Sorry, doggy. But if the doggy said, oh, I need help, I'm hurt. Then, well, what can I do? How could I do it? Yeah, things like that. So you stretch your imagination, and it's more likely to happen. And don't forget, anything I say, there's no guarantee things work all the time. And it's same thing. Jobs are, because a company is hiring, doesn't mean they're going to hire you. Things like that. But you have to be as well prepared as possible when you make that approach. And so remember the things, and there's really four things. You want to be nice, be human, ask for help. And the fourth thing is, if they say, oh, can't help you, well, can you suggest somewhere else that can help me? They get questions like this all the time. That's why you're calling. I mean, you're not the first one to call them for this. You call them for a grant, and they say no. Okay, then the thing is done. You call for help, then they have to stretch their mind a little more. And then if they say, no, there's no way I could help you, then the next question is, well, who do you suggest that I call that maybe help? The government is in business to help people. That's why we have a fucking government. So you just have to remind them of that, And you're a person, and a person living here, whether you're a millionaire or a street cleaner, you have the same. Oh, maybe street cleaners now are millionaires. I don't even know, but you know what I mean. And you have the same right to all these resources. So these are tools, these are resources that you pay for. And that's why, because we're not used to using them, and we're used to being in a commercial environment where businesses want to be nice to you because they want to get your money. They'll do anything. Tell me what you want. I'll promise you that. And you never get it, but they get your money. And these people, see, the government and elected officials, they get their money no matter what. But you have more power over an elected official than you do over a government agency or department, because you vote for that elected official. So that's like their currency to keep their job. And that's why it's good to get them to call the government bureaucrat in the agency or department, because they have power, because that's where their money comes from, is from the elected official. They vote for how much money they'll get next year. So that's right, they're nicer to the elected officials than they are you and me. And the elected officials are nicer to us because we vote. That's the power you have. That's why every fat cat, in this country is in Washington trying to use these elected officials to get the stuff they want out of the government. So you have to learn that system too. It's there for everybody. You're all paying for it, whether you use it or not. So that's my little, sermon of the day or whatever. But thank you, Kelly, and I hope this helps you. And remember, go back to the list. Now you call one elected official, okay? Then you have 12 of them. Call each one of them. And that's what to do until you get some help. That's the only way to do it. It's like if a job that you're looking for says no, one company, then you got to go to the next company and ask. Same thing. So go to commoncause.org. Say here, put commoncause.org, and then find your representative when you get there. And you just go there and put in the zip code, your address, and you'll have a whole listing of all your elected officials. And you just go down the list. I don't know. It's a little slowy. Okay. So here. So I put in. Okay, 909 Prospect Street. That's where I used to live. So I'll show you what. Oh no, we don't want to apply for. Okay, there he is, right at the top of the list, Big Joe. But no, you want to start with your senators. You have 2 senators. You have a congressman. You have a governor. You call them. Lieutenant governor, maybe. Oh, it can't hurt. Attorney general, maybe it can't hurt. But then I go to the elected oh, that's a controller. It can't hurt. None of them can hurt. But I think most are the elected. See, so you have the state senator, there's another state representative, a state representative. I have 3 state representatives, and then in Montgomery County, you call them. See, you have a whole list of people that you could call and ask for help. They're in business to do that. That's what a public servant is. They work for the public, but be polite. Be human, ask for help, not a grant. And then if they say no, they can't help, then get suggestions on where else to apply. So I hope that helps. Thanks.